So back on student loans, outside of the income-driven repayment plan as well as the public loan forgiveness program, one of the first things people can do is to look to their employer for student loan forgiveness. A lot of times your employer will give the employee a grant in exchange for a longer commitment at the job. So for instance, if you apply for student loan forgiveness through your employer, they can do that for you, and maybe up to $10,000. In exchange for that $10,000, you have to commit 3 extra years of service. So and if you don't meet that criteria as far as the commitment, that means you'll have to pay the money back. So it's up to you to weigh the costs and the benefits of that particular situation. One of the more known student loan forgiveness programs is going into the military, and most new recruits can take advantage of student loan forgiveness. I think up to like $50,000 to $60,000, but that's in exchange for a 5-year to 6-year commitment, and it's over each year that you stay on that they'll be able to give you that student loan forgiveness. And then also nursing, if you spend about 3 years in the nursing field, there's some type of student loan forgiveness. So a lot of us might not be eligible for these different student loan programs, or our employers don't offer. So in our cases, which is the most popular cases, sometimes if we're not in an income-driven repayment plan, or we don't recertify to be in the income-driven repayment plan, our payments might be a little bit more than we would like to pay for. Sometimes it's more than we can afford. Other times it's what we don't want to pay for. For example, if it's $1,000 student loan repayment, in most cases that's more than people's rent. So I always advise people to talk to their creditors. So reach out to their customer service representatives. In my case, is Navient, because that's my student loan provider. And with Navient especially, you have to check and triple check what they are saying, just because a lot of times they have no idea what they're talking about, or sometimes they're not giving you the best guidance available. So this is check with other customer service representatives, or you should just check online in order to see if they're saying is the best advice for you. I've been in a situation where the loan payment was more than I wanted to pay. This was over $1,000, and they suggested that I go into forbearance. I didn't think it was the greatest idea, so I had to basically fact check it, and it wasn't, because what happens is that you actually have to take the interest. The interest turns into your principal amount, so you actually have to pay a larger student loan over time, and so it's a bigger repayment for you. So definitely check, double check, triple check, and verify everything the student loan providers are saying. And then also, just checking my notes here, try to, when you're talking to the customer service reps, sometimes take their numbers down. Take their employee number down, take their name down, just because you want to verify what they're saying, maybe with their manager. And you want to make sure you're on your P's and Q's, because at the end of the day, the student loan provider is a for-profit institution, and they're not looking for your best interest. So you have to look out for your best interest.